What do you say, Alice?
Hi.
Hey, Alice.
Yeah.
You seen Trixie?
Oh, yeah, I saw her this morning. We had coffee together. Then she left, said she was going over to her mother's and help her with the wash.
She said that?
Yeah.
She was going over to Mother's, help her with the wash?
Yeah.
She gotta stop that.
Now, what's wrong with Trixie helping her mother with the wash?
Her mother works in the laundry.
Listen, Ed, when Trixie gets back, tell her to come right down here because I got wonderful news for her.
What happened?
Did you ever hear of glowworm sink cleanser?
Oh, yeah. I've seen them advertise that stuff on the television. Some gal comes out and says, I use glowworm sink cleanser, and my hands are no longer red. They better not try that stuff on Indians.
Listen, Ed, this glowworm company's been advertising in all the magazines like this one here, see? See this woman's picture?
Yeah.
Underneath it says, Mrs. Mary Tracy of Secaucus, New Jersey, buys her glowworm sink cleanser at a supermarket Piggly Wiggly. Now, every month they use a different woman in the ad.
Don't tell me. They pick you.
Isn't it exciting? Oh, Ed, I'm
Boy,
so
that's
excited about it. Oh, gosh.
Boy, I'll tell you, I'm gonna tell Trixie.
Listen,
What?
I was in the supermarket this afternoon. The way the whole thing happened, I'm reaching my arm up on the shelf to get a can of the cleanser, see?
Yeah.
Now, this man comes up to me, and he says, how would you like to be in the ad? And I said, yes, so he's coming over tonight to take my picture.
Hey, that's wonderful. Wonderful news, Alice. I'll tell Trixie all about it. I gotta
Okay.
get up. Oh, Alice, if you ever get your picture on a calendar, let me have them, will you?
Hi, Ralph.
Hello. Well, I don't know how long I can go on driving a bus for a living. It's finally catching up with me. I think everybody's going nuts. Did you ever notice one of those signs in front of the bus? It says, don't talk to the bus driver while the bus is in motion.
Well, sure, everybody sees it.
All right, a guy gets on the bus on 46th Street. Where do you think he sits? Right behind me. You know, in the first seat. I don't mind that, but then he starts to talk to me. He says, drive a little slower. Watch out for that taxi. Pull away from the curb slower. Well, I don't mind this, but when he tells me why didn't I shave this morning, I got real hot. So I open the door, get up, pick him up, and throw the bum off of the bus.
And you did the right thing, Ralph.
No, I did the wrong thing. It was an inspector for the bus company. Everything has to happen to me.
Gee, that's terrible, Ralph.
When I got the bus back to the depot, they took me up on the carpet. It's a good thing I had a good record. I would have been out.
Oh. Well,
Just
forget
my
about
luck.
it, honey. Just forget about it, because I got wonderful news for you.
Well, I could use a little good news. Believe me, if there's anything that expression about the luck of the Irish, my name must be Herman Schultz. Go ahead, sweetie. Tell me your good news.
They have picked me to be next month's glowworm girl.
Next month's glowworm girl.
Yeah.
Well, there is the solution to all my problems. Would you mind telling me what a glowworm girl is?
This is a glowworm girl, and next month my picture is going to be right in this magazine, and I'm going to be the one standing next to that sink.
Well, now, there's a big deal. Now I heard everything. I heard of Miss Cotton Bowl, Miss Orange Bowl, Miss Rhinegold, and now my wife, Miss Stopped Up Sink.
I thought you'd be happy about it, Ralph.
Why should I be happy? If I wanted a career girl to marry, I would have married Sylvia Hogsback. She owns that newsstand down on the corner, and the dough comes in pretty good, too. Well, forget about this. This is all out.
What do you mean it's all out? Why can't I do it?
Because I don't want you to.
Well, why?
Well, the first thing, it's stuff to clean the sink. Then you start modeling for shampoo. And you start modeling for lipstick.
And what's wrong with that?
Well, I can see what happens. I open a magazine one day, and there's your picture. And under your picture, it has a little saying. And the saying says, I dreamt I danced at the Waldorf last night in my corduroy gym bloomers.
Ralph, just think, all the people in the neighborhood are going to see my pictures up on all the subway posters.
Oh, sure, and all the kids in the neighborhood will be drawing mustaches under your nose.
You don't have to make a federal case out of it. I don't intend to be a model. It's only for one picture.
I don't care what it's for. You're not becoming a cover girl.
And what's wrong with being a cover girl?
Because all the cover girls I ever saw were uncovered.
I don't know what you're building up to, Ralph. I do not know what you're building. All I know is that this man came up to me and asked me if I wanted to be in the ad holding a can of glowworm cleanser standing next to the sink. And what's more, he said my husband was going to be in the picture kissing me because we used their cleanser.
Your husband's in the picture with you? He said that, huh? Well, that sort of like puts a different light on things. After all, with me in the picture, it'll be more respectable, you know.
There he is.
How do you do, Mr.
How do you
Kramden? Mrs. Kramden, how do you do? I'm Mr. Harrison.
Yes.
Now, I'm from the Burke Advertising Agency, and one of our accounts is Glowworm Cleanser. So I guess you know why we're here.
Yes, I've been expecting you. This is my husband, Mr. Kramden.
Yes, so I thought. How do you do, Mr. Kramden?
How do you do, Mr.
are
Harrison?
you, sir?
Fine.
Now, can I take a look at your sink, please, sir?
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right. There we are. It's just like I always say, Mr. Kramden. A clean sink, a happy home.
Yeah.
All right, boys, now you can set up the cameras.
Say, you know, Mr. Harrison, this glowworm sink cleaner's all right, you know? You know, we've been living here for about 12 years. This is the only stuff that'll get the ring out of the tub.
Ralph.
Mr. Harrison, we're all ready.
All right.
Mrs. Kramden.
Yes.
Suppose you step over to the sink and hold a can of our cleanser.
Here you are. Now, where do you want me to stand here?
Oh, no, not there, Mr. Kramden.
Well, where do you want me to stand?
Oh, anywhere, just as long as you're out of the way. Now, Martin, you stand over here by Mrs. Kramden. There you are. Now you look like the perfect husband and wife.
Wait a minute! He's not a husband, I am!
Well, I'm very sorry, Mr. Kramden, but we'll have to use Martin. You're not the type.
I'm not the type. I'm not the type. I've been married to her for 13 years. And no sink cleaner's gonna come between us either. All right, everybody out.
Oh, but...
Get out! Don't Mr. Kramden me. And that stuff I told you about your cleaner's a lot of bunk. We still got a ring in the tub. Now get out!
Listen to me, Mr. Kramden, just for a minute. Now, you know, some people are the right type for certain ads, and some people are not. Now, while you're not right for this particular ad, well, there may be some other ads that... Say, wait a minute. Would you give us permission to use this picture with Mrs. Kramden if we promise to use you in another ad?
Oh, I'm the type for another ad?
That's right.
Well, I don't want to stand in your way, Alice. All right. Where would you like me to stand for this?
Well, now, you stand right over here by the door, Mr. Kramden. That's easy. Now, that'll be fine. Now, here's what you do. Take a deep breath. Now, exhale and hold it.
Is that it?
That's fine.
Well, I guess you're not the only cover girl in the family, honey. What magazine is this going to be in?
Well, you're going to be in a lot of magazines, Mr. Kramden. You'll be in a picture with another man. Now, I'm sure you've seen lots of those ads. You know, it says underneath, are you slim, trim, and 30?
Slim, trim, and 30, huh? That's me.
No, you're fat, flabby, and 40.
All right, everybody out! Get out! How about the gall of that guy? Got the nerve to take my picture and then he insults me.
Listen, Ralph, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but they didn't come up here to take your picture. They came up here to take my picture. And if you had kept your big fat mouth shut, my picture would have been in that magazine. And if you want to know something else, it would have been a very big thrill for me.
I'm sorry, honey. I didn't mind you having your picture in a thing. It's just that all the other guys are looking at you. Guess I'm just a little jealous of you, that's all. Well, I'm sorry. I'm going down the corner and have a meatloaf.
Ralph,
Yeah?
I got some stew on the stove.
Yeah? You know, one of these days, pow, right in the kissing.